So here's the schedule for ESPN and Fox, and I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
I know it's a little far away.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I
pretty,
can see it.
Pretty cool. I mean, you got ESPN doing March 31st. I want to say they're also doing. This is just Sunday Night Baseball.
Are they trying to make that like Sunday Night Football?
It's been a thing, so it's not like they're trying to do it. Like,
I didn't know about it. So.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing too. It's like we'll talk about that, but any matchups straight off the bat. I mean, ESPN has.
Well, you're getting another Texas standoff.
Immediately, awesome. I mean, some people might be annoyed at this. This is gonna be cool. We talked about. Let me just finish my first thought.
Okay.
A lot of people are gonna be annoyed at this about how often you see the Dodgers. Right,
or the Yankees,
and
or the
Cubs.
Cubs.
I know it's big market. Like, okay, maybe the Yankees, like they got Juan Soto from the Padres in a trade, and they got a very interesting team. I know New York's, but like, dude, they were.
Well, and the Dodgers signed Ohtani.
They were like what, third, fourth place?
Yeah,
they were fourth place in the AL East. Where are the Orioles? Where are the Orioles?
Okay, wow.
They were first place in the East. They won 100 games last year. Where are the Baltimore Orioles at? They got a fun team to watch. The damn Rays are over here on Fox Sports.
They got to do it on fan base, right? And if you're looking at Orioles versus New York fan base, like what do you know?
I think people complaining about. I don't know if there's a lot of people complaining about the Dodgers. They shouldn't be though, because I want to watch that team. Ohtani's on that team. I want to see him in, especially here. This is just Sunday Night Baseball, but I think I think it's the Dodgers and the Padres. Somebody's opening up in Japan or Taiwan. Someone's opening up over there. I think it might be South Korea. They might be in South Korea.
That would be an interesting game.
But yeah, no, that's gonna be cool, and the Dodgers are gonna be doing that. So Shohei out in the Far East. Is that acceptable to call it the Far East?
I don't know.
Okay, well he's over there. He's over there across the pond in Pacific. So he'll be playing over there. But any matchups that you see and you're like, oh yeah, I'm excited for this. And this is the Fox schedule right next to it too. So
yeah. No, like I said, we're immediately gonna get another Texas standoff, which is really cool.
Do you remember they had a fight last year, like? And they were getting pretty shiesty in the playoffs too.
Yeah.
Adolis Garcia got hit, then he hit a bunch of home runs after.
Yeah, so we're starting the season off with like another
April 7th,
rehash of that.
That'll be cool.
Rivalry, which is always a good time.
You think there's gonna be bad blood in that series, or everyone's just going to play baseball?
No, probably there is.
Yeah. Too early. I think fights.
Probably there
I wonder
is.
if there's been any opening day fights, because to me, I think like fights probably happen later in the year when everyone's tired of playing baseball for so long and everyone gets a little confrontational and irritated.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think like if you see like Yankees in Boston are here, there's always potential there. I mean, lately maybe not as much because they haven't been where they used to be. But yeah, there's certain matchups I think you're always going to have some.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the other list on Fox
I think
Sports.
For ESPN, that obviously anything with the Dodgers Yankees June 9th is going to be cool.
Rangers Rays could be interesting.
I think for ESPN, Texas Houston, like you said, the standoff is sweet. Anything with the Dodgers, I like. Cubs, I'm a fan of Cubs. But yeah, on the Fox side, let's see, the Mets and
Dodgers, or
that'll be cool. But I meant to say Yankees and Astros.
Oh yeah.
You got straight off the bat March 30th. You got the Braves in Philadelphia. Braves at Philly.
Yeah.
So remember that's like that storyline with Harper kind of doing the stare down.
Yeah, no, I mean there's some good stuff here. I'm really excited to see, like you said, you mentioned the Orioles. Like last season they won the ALE. That's big for them after years of being in the Orioles.
Yeah.
So I'm always most excited heading into a new season to see like what teams are going to kind of come from behind and just be like powerhouses.
Any sleeper teams?
Yeah. I'm always excited for the sleeper teams, and I root for those. I mean, yeah, I'm wearing Yankees hat. Generally, I'm a Yankees fan. Question mark. But like, there's going to sometimes you get tired of seeing dynasty temes on lists. You want to see some teams that.
You're talking about like on national TV?
On any list, best lineup, best whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean that's fine. The Yankees were like last year they were supposed to win the East because they're the Yankees, and anytime you have Aaron Judge in your lineup, you're gonna get.
Well,
as a Rays fan, I don't care about best this, best that. I care about like, can I watch my team on ESPN?
Yeah. So
can I watch them maybe not the Rays,
if you're like a Brewers fan, that I don't know that's gonna happen unless you're like a sleeper team, unless your team comes from behind.
I wanted to bring this up, right? Because I think you kind of brought it up in the beginning, and I thought this is a question I wanted to pose to you, and I've always thought. Two questions. I'll ask you the first one first. I guess, is this like the best format for national primetime TV baseball? Right? Because you said like, oh, Sunday Night Baseball, they trying to make it like Sunday Night Football, and I was like, it's been around, like they're not trying to do anything.
Yeah.
So really, I know it's a little bit of a loaded question, right? But the NFL does a great job, and part of it is because they only have 16 games or 17 games.
Right.
So I mean, there's a lot more riding on one game. You have one game a week. It's easier to sell one game a week than it is to sell one game out of 162.
Yeah,
like
but they also do a really good job. This might be where you're going next, of like kind of staggering the games.
Yeah, they do.
Because like what I've noticed, I mean,
it's like 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and because every team only plays once, it's like that's the one game, so it's not so, and you've got less teams, so you basically could have football on from like 1 to like,
some people do.
Yeah,
I don't leave
11
my
o'clock.
couch.
It's wild. Yeah, I know. I've seen it here. So like, format wise, I don't know. I think. I don't know what you do to fix baseball ratings. I mean,
the pitch clock has helped. That has helped. But I think it is cool. Like, they do have it. Like, the potential's there. You have Sunday Night Baseball. You can make it a thing. They mic up the players. I think that's pretty cool. They're trying to do things to make it different than just watching a regular game.
I hate the mic'd up players.
I enjoy it. We talked about that.
I don't like it.
But, the point is they're trying to do things to make it interesting and make it different. And you see Fox does stagger their games. So, like, Saturday, March 30th. This is just their April schedule, the first month of games on the right-hand side. Mm-hmm. And, they stack it. It'll be 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and another one at 7, too. I think the last one at 7 is depending on where your local region is, which is, again, the blackout stuff is stupid. But
yeah, I think the biggest thing about this is again, no hot takes here. I know I'm not coming up with anything that I want, is super intellectual, but like when you're watching other sports, it's just a lot quicker pace and it's a lot shorter time period, right?
Not always. I want to argue because you watch a couple Sunday Night Football games and the commercials on that thing.
That's fair, actually.
Oh, dude, you'll start the game at 8 o'clock to watch Sunday Night Football. The game doesn't end till 12.
Yeah, but I would actually say that like football's getting worse. Baseball's getting better.
It's like regressing.
Like where like I actually have this theory that like baseball got to where other sports are getting now faster, and they're coming out of it. Yeah, and they're coming out because like
you see,
the stuff that you see now that's happening in football is a lot of stuff that was happening in baseball, like
for example
5 years ago.
For example, in football, a lot of people are starting to use a little bit more sabermetrics, like stat stuff.
Yep.
Baseball's been on that wave.
But
now it's like fourth down and 30. The stats say to go. It's like go for it. It's like no, don't go. Like, and that's what baseball fans have been saying about the shift, and now baseball's fixed.
Oh, and don't even get me started on how you're not supposed to bunt anymore.
Well, we saw in the World Series they bunt now.
I
but
know.
The pendulum's swinging. But the pendulum's swinging.
Right. Well, all I'm saying is like
those are idiots.
They bunt.
Those are idiots at our local little league that don't know what they're talking about.
It's not just them. You go online and there's people being like, "Why are they bunting? I can't believe." And
there's idiots everywhere.
Bro.
And we're probably two of the biggest ones.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. And then another thing too, and the NFL does this. The other question I had. And to answer the original one, I guess this is like they have it here.
I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know what you can do better.
I think it's tough. It's just different. You can't compare football and baseball because of the amount of games.
With baseball, you gotta have. I think baseball, just the amount of games it's gonna be, you gotta focus more local.
Well, that's why the regional broadcast. You have regional broadcasts.
Right, but you're gonna get the biggest bang up for your buck from local people. Like that's it.
That is a problem that baseball has. It's like, how can you get, how does...
Too many games.
Not that. It's the local thing you're talking about, right? Like, so people who are in Houston love Houston players. How many people in football, if you're a Texans fan and you know C.J. Stroud, the quarterback for the Houston Texans, you know Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback for the Packers and Jets. You probably know...
You know about Patrick Mahomes. You know about Travis Kelce.
Yeah, but, obviously that's like Shohei Ohtani. Like, those are the stars.
Fair,
But you probably even know Baker Mayfield, the quarterback for the Bucks.
Jameis Winston.
Sure, Derek Carr with the Saints and Jameis Winston. You know those guys, right? Mm-hmm. But it's like, that's football, so it's because you have those national games on TV and you watch them. If you watch the national games for I guess baseball, I guess you'd learn, but
I think also
the appeal's not there. I
with
don't know.
something like with the other sports, I feel like so with baseball, like what's the best tie to like a QB in baseball?
Starting pitcher
is a starting pitcher, right? But then there could be like multiple of them. Whereas in football, like for the most part,
it's hard to compare.
You only gotta really know like one. Yeah, obviously there's backups. I'm not saying there's not, but like you really only gotta know one guy. You know what I mean? Like the starter is who's gonna start the games.
Yeah, you could compare. I mean, it depends on how much you watch football, but you can compare like the offensive. Like, there's a lot more players in football.
That's true.
Because you got the defense and the offense. I don't say the defense.
Defense.
My inner Southern football. You got that defense and that offense.
They get out there.
They gonna get out of the quarterback.
You know the best defense. You know the best offense.
Good defense, right there. The smash mouth football. That's what we love. But no, you got people who play defense and people who play offense.
Yeah.
Baseball, you only got 9 of those theoretically.
Yeah,
right?
It's that pitching.
So maybe
it's that bullpen that gets deep.
Yeah, it is. But I don't know. I think that the opportunity's there. You just got to get people to watch, and I don't know how to do it. I don't know if there's a solution for that.
All of this like comparing, we've gone on
tough.
about it.
Yeah,
but I was gonna wrap it up by saying like I've been comparing because that's kind of what you do when you're talking about a national level. But honestly, I really just don't think you can compare this like what football does to what baseball does because they're just completely different sports.
Yeah.
With a completely different like set of makeup and like the things that you care about in football can't really transition over to baseball.
My next question when it comes to like schedules and stuff is I know football does it too. I'm pretty sure like any sport will probably do it, but I wish that there was a way, and maybe there is, and I'm just the smartest guy on earth, and these mega big corporations that do TV, maybe they just didn't think about it.
It happens sometimes. You'd be surprised.
No, they definitely thought about it, and there's probably a good reason why they don't do this. But why don't they do it month by month or week by week? Like, because it'll be a time where they come out with these matchups ahead of time, like the Yankees Red Sox June 16th. Cardinals and Cubs May 26th for ESPN. Sometimes it happens to where they come out with these schedules and these are the games that they're going to do. And maybe it's logistics, the reason why they do that, because they have to plan ahead of time. But, I mean, if you're asking how do you get people to tune in and care about a game, especially in baseball where there's not, like everything we've talked about, where there's not 16 games, it's 162.
Yeah.
So how do you get someone to care about a random game? I wish there was a way to, and there's probably a good reason, like I said, I'm going in circles, but I wish there was a reason to not pick those games yet. And then like when that week comes before, like maybe 2 weeks ahead, 1 week ahead, when there's a good matchup, like 2 first place teams or 2 teams that have bad blood playing each other.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, I don't care about watching this matchup today because those 2 teams are even though they're the Dodgers and the Padres, they both suck this year. We thought they were going to be good, but they both suck this year. Like, I don't want to watch them. I want to watch 2 sleeper teams that are actually fun to watch and that the nation should be paying attention to because it's good product of baseball, like the Orioles were last year. Mm-hmm. And they can't put them on national TV because
they can.
They have but they already set it up.
Well, so this is a problem, and I mean this is what's ruining sports in general. Is that the only thing that matters is not actually whether or not the sport that you're watching is good or fun.
Like the product, it's the ratings or something.
Yeah, because you look at this and it's like, okay, I know why the Dodgers are there. I know why Boston's there. I know why the Cubs are. Like you can look at this and see why they picked the teams they picked because they're saying basically I don't care. And
good
this
or
is
bad,
ESPN.
Good or bad, the ratings.
This is ESPN in general, right? I don't care if the Yankees and the Red Sox suck. I know that they're guaranteed to statistically get me this many ratings, and I don't care about any other teams, whether they're good or not. It doesn't matter. They don't care about giving you a good product.
Okay, a lot of people say no one watches. Like I didn't even know this was a thing. You just said that, right? Like Sunday Night Baseball. The only people who watch this, I guess, are baseball fans.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Sure.
As a baseball fan, I want to watch. Like, I'm educated enough to know when a team isn't entertaining to watch. And I'm not going to watch that game. Now, if the game's going to be good, I want to watch that game. So, as a baseball fan, you should, and ratings.
But this is ESPN, so they're going to tell you
Fox.
what you should care about. And you should just care about that and shut the fuck up and watch what I tell you to watch. This is ESPN.
Well, I think that's dumb. And unless ESPN wants us to sponsor us, then I think that's insanely smart.
You know what? On principle, I don't want ESPN. I don't care.
Unless ESPN wants to sponsor our show, and then I think they're the geniuses over there.
No, they suck. No, but they look at the list and they say, okay, the Yankees are going to have to play this many games. We know that these many people watch Yankees games. just we'll take those because then we know we're gonna get those ratings.
Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling differently. Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling differently.